Hey, Angela. Came over here to start some mess about these bonnets. Hi, everybody. I want to see what everybody think about these bonnets at school. Get a few more people in here. Mine too. I agree. This was an AI picture. I don't have a bonnet. I don't own one. But the AI done that for me. So okay, so it's Tuskegee University. And my thing is, I know that we should not, well, I put it like this. First of all, most of the parents, sometimes a lot of the parents are paying for these children to go to school. And me as a drag performer, I dress in drag, I wear wigs, makeup, I do all of that. But I would never go out in public with a wig on, makeup, and dresses and stuff unless it's Halloween, because that's just not for me. Now, if I call myself want to live as a trans person or whatever, that's different. But a whole man with a bonnet on, and y'all might say, well, you put on wigs and makeup. I do it as a comedy skit. I do it as, like Jamie Foxx doing Wanda, or Martin doing Shanae, or whatever the case may be, like that. But you in college, you should be setting yourself up for the future. First of all, a man should be wearing the goddamn bonnet in public. I saw a guy, I seen it, and y'all straight men be wearing bonnets. I'm like, what the fuck? I wear wigs and don't wear bonnets. Like, really? And I know some of y'all say that I'm, well, shake it how you want, but it just looks ridiculous for a straight man running around with a fucking bonnet on their head. And you gave me in too. You gave me in too. And then I'm telling y'all, it looks horrible. When you at the airport, you see these people running around. What? Y'all are not at home. You're out in public. Just like when I go in public, I try my best to try to look as decent as I can. You know, but you're at school, man, and you know, I could see you, let's say, if it's late at night, you want to make a run to Walmart. I think I can give you a pass on that because it's late. Maybe it's something you needed to get before they close. Yeah, but in broad daylight at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you run into Walmart with a do-rag and bonnets on your head. And like, what? Monique tried to warn us. She told us a long time ago, it looks stupid. It just looks fucking stupid. But people don't care. They can do what they want to do. But I be looking at these guys on TikTok. I'm like, dude, you straight? Yeah, pajamas too, yeah. Now, again, like let's say if Walmart closes at 11, you at home, and you're like, damn, I need something. And they're about to close. I'll give that a pass. I'll give it a pass because it's late at night. You know, they about to close and you really need to get something. You in your pajamas and you need something. That's okay. I'm okay with that because white folks do that. White folks, I see white folks, you know, hey Selena, thank you for the money you sent. You know, white folks, I see white folks, they go to the Walmart late at night with the pajamas on. I will give that a break. I'm okay with that. But not trying to compare ourselves to white people, but when it's late at night, and it's 2 in the afternoon and you got on a bonnet, you up in Walmart. It just don't look right. But people are going to do what they want to do. More people are going to rebel. But if you go to school, and the school do have rules, and you got to follow their rules now. Now, we're basically talking about the colleges, but because it's Tuskegee, Alabama, who came up with this. And I agree with them. First of all, it's school, and the school has rules. You have to follow their rules. Now, let's say, for instance, like if a young man can't afford a haircut for 4 or 5 days, I'll give him a break. You know, say, okay, he's just waiting to get some money to get his hair done. You know, so nobody won't be bullying him about his hair. I get that, the do-rag. Or whatever, but you know, haircuts are very expensive, and you just might not have the $30 and $40 to get your haircut. You know, and then depending on who the guy is, some people got to have their haircut like every week. You know, because their hair grows so fast. But you can't tell me there's nobody at that college that know how to cut hair. Because I cut my own hair. It may not be perfect, but you know, it's just like I just saw some gay people fighting. Trying to be baddies and shit. You know, y'all know how I feel about that. Trying to be baddies and they fighting and stuff. And here, you gotta, we living in a time right now where the Trump administration, they're trying to take people's HIV meds, and it ain't just the gays that affect the straights and the gays, but I would say a lot of the gays, you know, not saying that everybody gay is HIV, So I feel like the Trump administration is like, okay, well, we're seeing all these videos online where they want to be baddies, they want to fight, beat up each other. Why don't we just take their meds from them? They don't love each other. They hate each other. They fight each other. Look at the videos. Go online. You see it. It's all online. Everybody wants to be a baddie. Why should we give them their meds? And to the gays, they be posting, they have sex parties, and straight people have sex parties too. But I'm talking to the gays. I went to a sex party, I had unprotected sex, I got screwed so many times, and I took so many loads and shit. You don't think the government sees shit like that? However many loads you took, you need to keep that to yourself. That's between you and your partner. We don't care about you going to sex parties. We don't care about it. But for you to get online and tell everybody you having unprotected sex, the government sees shit like that. And they're like, well, okay. They're not trying to use protection. They just want to keep screwing everything and everybody, and we got to keep giving them this free meds. We're going to stop. First of all, this is not what this conversation is about, you dumb bitch. This is not even about sex change. This is about bonnets. Wearing bonnets at school. So maybe you didn't get the memo, Miss Josh. If you pay attention, no, don't block them. Don't block them. I'm trying to read them. Yeah, Miss Josh, I don't know if you can still hear me. Like, girl, they had nothing to do with what we talking about, girl. I'm sure you flunked school. Yeah, I'm sure they flunked school because that has nothing to do with what we talking about. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, these Republicans see that. They see that. They see when y'all online talk about you having unprotected sex, and you know, if you want to go to a sex party, go to them. I went to them when I was younger. You know, but when I used to go to bathhouses and stuff, I'm not ashamed of that. I didn't sleep with everybody in the bathhouse. I went because we couldn't get a ride home and we didn't have nowhere to go to the bus started running. So we all go there and hang out. If I meet somebody, I do. But you had people coming to the bathhouse, they screwed everybody that was in the bathhouse. I was never that type of person. That's why I'm still here. I got a lot of friends back in the 80s, they was fucking everything that walked, honey. And all of them are gone. Any gay person that made it through the 80s during the AIDS crisis, bitch, you was doing something right. I'm telling you. And I said what I said. We was not talking about a man trying to be a woman. You need to pay attention to what I'm talking about for you. Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking to somebody else. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nathaniel. Hey, sweetie, how you doing? You need to give him some of that money you be winning. Oh, this is my friend from Houston. Hey, Nathaniel. Baby, yeah, baby, this boy be hitting a lot of, you need to give me I need to get the tea, how you be hitting these numbers, child. I'm sorry, Nathaniel, I thought you was somebody else. I'll be in town for Labor Day. Hopefully I'll see you. Maybe. Yeah, me and Nathaniel, we go back. We go back to the '80s. What was your first club you went to? What was the first club you went to, Nathaniel, in Houston? Was it Jack's? Was it a studio? Was it what was your first club? Oh, the coat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bitch. Oh yeah, bitch. We old school. Yes. Oh, you remember the code? Yes. It was off of Shepherd, wasn't it? Wasn't it off of Shepherd in West Alabama? Yes. Oh yeah, you old school like me, bitch. I think it was off of Shepherd. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, the code. Well, Nathaniel, if you remember the code, then you definitely remember Studio, Nick's, Jack's. Yep, on Shepherd. Yeah, I remember it very well. Wow. Me and Nathaniel guys, we he did drag back in the days when we had that Studio 13 reboot in Houston. He was there. He was on the show. Mm-hmm. So you remember the first black gay club they had in Houston, which was it was the first black gay club was Studio 13. No. It was Catch One. Catch One was the first one. So I know you remember Catch One. Yeah, I didn't go to China Gates. I went to Studio, first and the second Studio. I did not go. I went to Jack's, but I didn't go to, yeah, Jules. That's what it was. Mm-hmm. Catch One was the first black gay club in Houston. Nathaniel, did you go to the Copa? You had to go to the Copa. Baby, I stayed at the Copa. With Donna Day, Hot Chocolate, and Naomi. Yep, the Copa. Mothers came years later. Remember Mothers? Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't remember that. You remember the bookstore downtown, bitch? Remember the bookstore downtown? It was a bookstore downtown. They had the little game room and stuff. Me and Major Grace used to hang out down there. Downtown used to be the tea back in the days, back in Houston days, back in the 80s, baby. She was the tea. I don't remember the After Dark. Nathaniel, you remember when James Cleveland Workshop came to Houston and turned Houston out, bitch? Okay, that's what brought me out the closet. It was the James Cleveland Workshop. And James Cleveland, she ain't been back to Houston. Well, she died, but James Cleveland ain't been back to Houston since, honey. They told them sisters, all them sisters, don't y'all ever come back to Houston ever again. Baby, they turned Miss Houston out. They turned me out. I was like, I thought this was a church convention. No, ma'am, honey. That wasn't nothing but a gay pride event. That's sad. It was sad. I learned a lot during that time. A lot. I met James Cleveland. I was messing around with his nephew. There were some times back then. Oh. Now, Nathan, I'm not gonna say any names, but it was a very famous drag queen, and she don't do drag no more. I ain't gonna say her name, even if you say name, I'm not gonna admit it. But it was me and this famous drag queen. I wasn't a drag queen then. I didn't do drag back then. I was probably stripping. But me and her was together. And we went, it was during the James Cleveland Workshop, and we went to McDonald's. And it was a queen working there. Her name was Kenna Boutte. You remember Kenna Boutte? Yes, you know Kenny Boutte. Kenny Boutte's still around. I asked Kenny Boutte about this incident. The bitch act like she don't remember what happened. Oh yeah, bitch, you remember what happened because you remember. If I remember it, you remember it. So me and this famous drag queen, we walked into McDonald's. And she said, "Oh, Miss Kenneth, girl, you work for McDonald's, bitch. You flipping burgers, bitch. All right, girl. Can a bitch get a Happy Meal?" And she just was going on and on and on. I'm like, oh my God. I put my head down. I was like, and this queen was just like out there. That was back during the polka dot days. Back during the polka dot days. When everybody was wearing polka dots. Y'all remember the polka dot days? Polka dot ties, polka dot shirts, polka dot pants. Everything was polka dot. And so we walk in there and she was like, "Yeah, Miss Thing Girl, honey girl. I didn't know you was flipping burgers, girl. Yeah, girl, you girl, bitch, can I get a hamburger?" And the queen was so embarrassed. Well, she went with this guy named, Kenneth used to date this guy named Kevin McBride. You know Kevin McBride. He dead now, but you remember Kevin McBride. He was fine as hell. And so apparently Kenneth went back and told Kevin what this person did to them. I swear to God, y'all, this is the God honest truth. I don't have no reason to lie. Kevin McBride, yeah. Yes, polka dot. Yes, Kevin McBride. We was all at the James Cleveland workshop, right? And hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. So anyway, so we at the James Cleveland workshop. It's packed. James is on the organ. We all sit up there. And the queen, I ain't gonna say her name, but the queen who kept messing with that was calling Kenny Boutte out and saying, "Hey girl, give me a Happy Meal, bitch." Kevin McBride, I never forget it, came up the escalator in front of all of those people, went into the audience while James Cleveland was on the organ bench, grabbed Miss Thing by her neck, popped her in her face and knocked out her teeth and went down the escalator and walked out the hot Regency. I never forget it. Oh, I never forget that. Oh, I thought the bitch was coming for me, but I don't think he knew me. I don't even know. I wasn't popular back then. I don't even think that Kevin even knew who I. Now, Kevin knew me, but I don't know if he knew I was with that person at the time. Yeah, I'll never forget that. Oh, I will never forget that. And that Hyatt Regency ain't been this. Every time I go to the Hyatt, I think about that. Every time I go there, I think about that. They just had the James Cleveland workshop, but I think they have it in. I think they had it in Greensboro because I seen the guy just say he left Greensboro and his initials. The initials was GWA, Gospel Workshop of America. Yeah. I think he just had, they just have not come back to Houston. Let me see what year that was. This is the year I was in Houston before I did shows. Let me see what year that was. What was the first show you did in Houston, Nathaniel? Hey, Penny. What was the last time James Cleveland Workshop of America was in Houston? (1982). I was in Houston in 1982. Oh, the Midnight Sun? Well, I thought, oh, so the Midnight Sun was before the Cove? Oh, you just went to the Cove. Because the Cove was before the Midnight Sun, wasn't it? Yeah, the Midnight Sun. Whatever happened to Jamal, Nathaniel? Remember Jamal, the real fine guy that used to dance all the time? I always wondered what happened to Jamal. I know the owner of Midnight Sun got murdered. He got murdered by Trade. Trade murdered him. A black Trade murdered him. He was a white guy. He got killed by some black guy killed him. I'm not mad at you, Penny. Are you much older than me? Okay. Oh, Penny, I got some tea for you. So make sure you call me when you finish. What you gonna get? You gonna get an SUV? Let me show y'all a picture of Penny and her daughters, because I'm on this phone right here, so I can show y'all. So let me see where. Okay, here we go. Yeah, here's Penny and her daughters. Well, you can't see Penny. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up again. Okay, that's one of Penny. That's your daughter right there. Oh, the other one, Penny, you didn't show up. It won't let you show. It won't let me show you. Yeah, but I tried to, but it won't let me show you. Oh, you're gonna get a Hyundai Santa Fe. Oh, that's cute. So, Penny, do you remember what this lady name is right here, y'all? This lady right here on the far right, she came to the show right here, y'all, and she didn't have. She came in a wheelchair. That was so sweet of her. I just forget her name. I forget her. Not the lady at the top, but this lady right here. She came in a wheelchair. She came. She had the people drop her off. Yeah. Frank's the rest giving minutes. I used to name 3 days. Oh no, Nathaniel. Oh, so you knew him. Ooh, bitch, you do go a long way back. Oh yeah, you go a long way back. Yes, congratulations. Oh, Penny, I hate that your picture didn't come out, but I got videos of you and stuff. I put the videos of us online, of me and Penny and everybody. Yeah, but I'm talking to Nathaniel, y'all. We both came out together around the same time in Houston. And then watch this, y'all. Now I want y'all to watch Nathaniel, watch his answer. I'm not gonna say it, I'm gonna give the initial. And Nathaniel is gonna answer it correctly. Nathaniel, who was before Grace, okay? Let me say before Grace. She was before Grace, okay? Nathaniel, now y'all watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna let Nathaniel spell out the name. I'm just gonna give y'all the initial. Now I can't do that. That'll give it away. I'll put it like this. It's something that you eat and is sweet. Was the funniest MC in Houston. This is who we all came up under. Now watch Nathaniel. He gonna spell out the person's name. Well, he gonna spell out the name. Is something sweet that you can eat. Watch this. Who was the funniest MC that we came up with? Not Grace, but the one we came up watching. The funniest MC. And she's named after something that's sweet that you can eat. That's who me and Nathaniel came up under. Yep, Cookie Cook. She was absolutely phenomenal. That's who we came up under. Just knowing her name alone let you know she was funny. That bitch was crazy. Yeah, she was really funny. That's who Amazing Grace and all of us, we all came up under her. Me, Sophia, McIntosh. Yeah. Hello, Vegas. Me, Sophia McIntosh, Amazing Grace, all of us. Yeah. Another thing I wanted, you probably didn't know me back then, but do you ever remember me doing an old lady called Granny Hightower? Do you remember me doing Granny? I used to do Granny. The mother of our day, yes. Yes. I'm gonna tell you a real quick story. Y'all, we already talked about bonnets and stuff in the school, so I moved on. But Nathaniel, I'm gonna tell you a real story that you probably never knew. Why would you come on here and say, God bless me and my family? What are you talking about? So you saw me do the old Granny Hightower lady? Mm-hmm. What was that? I didn't know that. What was that first? What was that drug? Miss BB. Miss BB passed away. Did she die? Remember Miss BB? She had the biggest crush on me. Oh my God, that was before I did drag. Oh, Miss BB was just so in love with me. Her and Miss Contessa. You remember Miss Contessa? They used to do Patty the Bell. Oh my God, they was in love with me. I'm like, y'all, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. They was in love with this some PT before I was PT. So, Nathaniel, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Then I'm gonna tell y'all. We're gonna talk about something else, and then I'm gonna be getting off here in a minute. So yeah, yes, I was trade. I'm still trade. But anyway, so Nathaniel, so I I um I called Cookie. It had to have been a Saturday or Sunday. I called her because I didn't get a chance to. Cookie the Cook was the main MC in Houston. She wanted to put everything together, and she basically was the Houston gay community. And I called her, Nathaniel, like on a Saturday, Sunday, something like that. It could have been a Monday. And so when I called her, I said, "Hey, Cookie," because I think, did she have a stroke or something, or a little mild heart attack or something? What happened to her before she passed away? Nathaniel, whatever happened? No one ever really told me what happened to Cookie. Oh, she had a stroke. Okay. Please stay on subject. We're not talking about, I don't know what you mean by drag, Nikki. We're talking about something totally different. So please stay on the subject that we're talking about. Please do not change the subject, or just listen if you can. Thank you. So, well, anyway, I know that she had a stroke, right? So I called her because I didn't get a chance to really talk to her for Splash that week, that year. And so I said, well, let me call Cookie, just to tell her I love her and everything, and tell her thank you for, making me, motivated me to be who I am, and coming up watching her as, as a young person and whatever. So I had to call her before Thursday. It was before Thursday. It could have been a Saturday, could have been a Sunday, could have been a Monday, but I did call Cookie. And she said, what made you call me? She always called me Lady PT. She would emphasize it, Lady PT. So I said, I don't know, Cookie. I just want to let you know I love you. And I didn't get a chance to, speak to you that much during Splash because it was a lot of stuff going on. But I love you and I appreciate everything you've done for the community, and you are my inspiration, and on and on and on. She said, well, thank you for calling Lady PT, and that was pretty much it, Hung up the phone. And that Thursday, I was hosting at the Metro back then. That's when I was hosting, really. I was hosting as a guy. I wasn't even doing drag. And at the time, I wasn't doing drag at the Metro at the time. So she, we hung up the phone, and then her son, Richard, and all y'all people that's coming here talking crazy, I'll put y'all on timeout because y'all getting off subject. So I'm gonna just put y'all on timeout. And y'all come back tomorrow until y'all learn how to listen to the subject, and come back and stop interrupting me and trying to bring up other conversations. So moving on. So Richard, you know her son Richard, tall, black, skinny Richard. That was one of Cookie's sons. Hello, welcome in. I don't know Richard's last name, but I know he used to work for one of the hotels. He worked for hotels a lot. You have to know him, Nathan. You got to know Rich. Is it Richard? Cookie's son, one of Cookie's sons. Anyway, so he came to the Metro that Thursday when I was hosting the show. Because we've already talked about it. I'm putting you on time out too. Goodbye. We've already talked about it. We're not talking about it no more. We're not talking about the school and the bonnets anymore, y'all. We've moved on. I'm talking about something else. All right. So just so you know, you want to be put on timeout, mention the bonnets because we're not talking about it no more. So anyway, so Richard, yeah, that's his name, Richard. Richard came. He said, "Hey, PT," I said, "Hey," he said, "Mama told me you were Cookie. Told me that you called her. What made you call Cookie?" I said, "Child, I just love Cookie. Cookie's the reason why I'm hosting this show right now. That's who I came up watching. Cookie and Donna, Hot Chocolate, and all them. Whatever." She said, "Oh," he said, "Well, oh, that was so sweet. That's sweet." That was Thursday. Thursday. Friday morning. Are you still there, Nathan? Friday morning, I got a phone call from Ricky T. You remember Ricky T? I know you know Ricky T. He's still around. He said, "Bitch, are you sitting down?" I said, "No, bitch, I'm laying down. What's going on?" I did the show last night. He said, Cook died. The next day, she died on the Friday. Yeah. I could not fucking believe it. Couldn't believe it. Woo, that fucking threw me. That threw me for a loop. Yep, she died the next day. Hey, what's happening? Yeah, Ricky T's still around. Yeah, she passed away. She passed away the next day. When I talked to her son, Richard, the next day, Ricky T called me, told me Cook died. And I had just talked to Cookie like that the week, a couple of days up to before she passed. Yeah. Everybody loved after Cookie LaCook back after she passed away, baby Houston Splash went completely way down. It went down. And to be honest with you, only person that could probably save Splash now would be Sophia. She probably the only one could save it because they don't know what they're doing. Just like they said that LA Pride went down after they wasn't getting no more funding or something like shit like that. It's all about the funding. Just like Dallas Pride, ever since Kirk was my cousin. A lot of people don't know he was my cousin. Kirk Myers. After Kirk passed away, Dallas Pride ain't been the same, child. Anyway, y'all. All right, so we were talking about the bonnets earlier, but we're not talking about them anymore. But if anybody wants to bring it up, you're more than welcome to. We were just talking about, I don't think it's right for students if the class if they have rules of how you're supposed to dress, then you should follow the rules. If they tell you not to wear bonnets, you should not wear bonnets or not go to the school. It's, you got a choice. I don't like to tell people what they shouldn't wear. And some people don't think I should put on wigs and makeup. Well, I don't. Not only if I'm doing a show, I don't walk around like that. But even if I did, I'm not at school. And there are rules that you have to follow. If you a security guard and the security guard job tell you that you have to wear a tie and you got on a bow tie, you're not following the rules. If you have to wear black shoes, black pants, and a white shirt, you gotta do what they tell you to do. Right, it wasn't. And again, what you do outside of your school or your job, that's on you. I still think it looks a fucking mess for a man to be running around in a goddamn fucking anywhere with a fucking bonnet on the head. Yeah, I did get. Yeah, that's what slayed me. Beacon of hope that I got a chance to speak to Cook before she passed away. Yes. It just does. And I dress up in drag and I never put on a bonnet. I don't have one. The bonnet y'all saw on that picture, that's an AI picture. I had AI put that on my head. I don't own a bonnet. But no, kudos to those who do. I mean, if you want to wear a bonnet, that's on you, but I just think it looks stupid. And if you want to watch baddies, watch it. I still think it makes us look bad as black gay people. I think it makes us look horrible. I know we don't like to compare ourselves to white people, but that they push that shit out there. They push that shit out there. Blacks fighting each other and stuff. Bad. Everybody want to be a baddie. And see, back in the day, we was fighting to keep people alive. But now y'all want to fight each other, put it on the internet. It's just horrible. But do what you want to do, baby. But I guarantee you that this administration is looking at shit like that. I said this earlier for those who didn't hear it. Like people who living with HIV, it's horrible because they're like, okay, y'all out here telling everybody you taking lows and you know, and if you want to take lows, that's fine with me. But you don't have to tell the world that because these people who don't like gays don't care about your HIV status. They see shit like this and they're like, okay, well, we trying to help them and give them because a lot of people who on meds, their meds are free. So they're like, okay, why should we keep giving y'all these free meds when y'all not using protection? Everybody don't need to know on the internet you screwing everybody with unprotected sex. They don't need to know that, but people do it. And don't get me wrong, I said it earlier. I wasn't embarrassed to tell everybody I used to go to bathhouses, bookstores, and everything else. But I just think with the baddies, it's a bad look for us. But people do it and people watch it. But I don't. As soon as I see it, I turn it. I don't want to see that shit. You know, so to each his own. Do what you want to do. But I still think there's consequences of doing certain things, and people see this stuff and they say, well, okay, so they want to fight each other. You'll see a bunch of group of white folks fighting. Now you see white folks that's on baddies, but they be trying to act like trying to fit in with us. Some of our people, because all of our people don't act like that. And everybody wants to be a thug and hard. And I'm like, girl. Anyway, everybody gonna do what they want to do. But if you got school rules, you got to go by the rules of school. You have to. You don't have a choice. And I said this earlier. You know, if you outside of your, I don't watch it either. If you're outside of your school or your church or whatever. And to me, I will give this a pass. Let's say if I'm at home, Walmart's used to be 24 hours, say not. If it's a 24-hour Walmart and you at home, it's 3 a.m, I don't have no problem with you wearing your bonnet out at 3 a.m, 4 a.m. I don't have a problem with that. But when it's 9 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock in the afternoon, 12, 2 o'clock, now if you run around with a bonnet on your head in pajamas and shit, like what? No. But people gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna do what they want to do. So people gonna do what they want to do. But at the end of the day, you don't really care what people think about you, but you do want people to, your first impression is your best. Is your first impression of a person is just how you present yourself. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't have a problem with people wearing stuff to Wally World at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. It's nighttime, But in broad daylight at 3 in the afternoon, you got on a bonnet and now if you just got out the hospital, that's different. But anyway, people gonna do what they want to do. I think people, when I was leaving Atlanta, this young gay guy, he was in full fucking bonnet, pink bonnet, house shoes, pajamas. I'm like, what? At the airport. I could see you, let's say if you catching a late flight, you just want to be comfortable. Why not? But in broad daylight, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. But to each to his own. I'm not here to judge because y'all gonna be saying, well, you wear wigs and makeup, but not out in public. Okay. If I got a wig and dress and makeup in public, I'm going to make some money and not tricking either. I'm like, I got a show or something, But even still then, back during, you're like a red eye flight, right? Now, back in the day, and I never, very seldom I would go to the club and drag. I would get dressed at the bar. When the show was over, I'd take it off and then I'd leave. So my neighbors to this day don't even know I dress up in drag. They don't know. Good evening. Thank you for being a member. I appreciate it. But yeah, so anyway, y'all, we're gonna move on. I want to quickly talk about. I am gonna do a show this evening. I haven't done a show in a while, but I gotta get some more subscribers. So I will be going live, singing and playing the piano, which reminds me that I'm gonna be promoting the Dallas show soon. So if you live in Fort Worth, Arlington, Dallas, Houston, the whole state of Texas, I need you to grab your ticket. It's going to be in Dallas, Texas, the first Sunday in November. PT Variety Show. It's going to be the first Sunday in November, y'all. Now I am performing in Atlanta, but I don't know if that's a private party that he's having or open to the public. I guess I need to ask him. But where do you live at, Beacon of Hope? So it's going to be. I'm going to be in Texas. I do every 5 months. I'm going to put together a little venue. So Dallas is the first week in November. See, November, December, January, February, March. March is going to be a March. I'm going to be in. What did I say I was going in March? It might be LA. It might be LA in March instead of Virginia, because I'm going to Virginia in October, but it's not my own show. So March might be LA. I have a big fan base in LA. I have a lot of people who follow me in Los Angeles, and I have friends who live in LA that do shows, and I have my DJs already there. So I think LA may be March. I just need to sell 80 seats. That's all. 80 seats. I'm not trying to go big. 80 to 100. That's it. Oh, you're in Philly. Okay. I met a guy last night at Cheddar's. He said he was from Philly. He does makeup. Yeah, that bitch was paid. That bitch had more makeup than I don't never work makeup outside of me dressing up in drag. That bitch had on more makeup. Oh my God. I would like to do New York, but I don't know if people will come out. I don't know. And I do know people in New York. I pretty much know people everywhere. And people come on my live. Come here, come there. You say that, you better buy a damn ticket. But when hey Raven, I sent you my phone number. I sent you my number. Were you able to see the shows, Raven? Well, whatever. I look like you're not gonna get to see it anymore because you're blocked. Moving on. Y'all, I'm concerned about my friend Greg, and I have not heard from Greg. Last I heard from Greg, he said he was dealing with cancer, and he did not want people cutting on him. I don't know why he don't have a phone number. I don't know why he has not responded to me. Y'all, Greg's been following me longer than anybody on here. And I mean, there's some people on here that's been around as long as he has, but Greg has never missed my birthday. He's never missed chiming in saying happy birthday, never missed saying, hey PT, I mean, like, I haven't heard from him, and I'm kind of worried because I don't know where he's at. I don't know where he's at. Maybe he'll show up on the live, but he's just missing in action. I don't know where he's at. Yes, Selena, y'all know Greg. Everybody know Greg, yeah. Because I got on to him because he was telling me, oh, this lady, she gonna give me these pills for this cancer. I'm like, Greg, you don't need to go no lady. You need to go to the fucking hospital. No, I'm not. I'm gonna keep it real. Go to the. He don't want nobody cutting on him. Well, girl, you take your ass to the hospital. And then I get on him because I said, Greg, everybody can afford a phone, even if it's just, a little prepaid phone. And that's not like Greg not to respond to me, y'all. That is not like him. If he had to get on a Wi-Fi, he'll say, PT, I'm okay. I'm just, whatever. But I don't know where he's at. I don't know. I hate this shit. I don't know where he's at. Anyway, yeah. So November, the first Sunday in November, Dallas, Texas. So if you live in the Texas area, y'all, don't let me down. The ticket's gonna be $30 across the board. This venue is gonna be BYOB, honey. So you bring your own goddamn liquor. This venue is gonna be BYOB. I'm gonna get a caterer who's gonna get the food, and they'll be in charge of the food and everything. But yeah, so I just think the BYOB will be better. So you got to pay a lot of money because them drinks to me, the show I did in Atlanta was just too expensive. It's too expensive. Well, straight clubs, y'all drinks be too high. They be too high. You go to a gay bar, the gay club I go to in Atlanta, when I do drink, I go to Bulldogs, well drink is $3, top shelf $7, maybe $5. How much is the top shelf at Bulldogs? I think it's $5 or $7. That's cheap. And they did a rum punch for my show. It was $10. That ain't no damn special. Yeah, BYB. I think the Dallas show gonna be BYB. So bitch, you can bring bitch, you can bring whatever you want. We're just gonna have ice and stuff. Like we give away the ice and stuff. We have little ice setups for the girls, honey. Okay. It's gonna be real ghetto fabulous. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be, so it'll be Dallas. So November, December, January, February, March. So March, or maybe LA. I think I'm gonna do LA in March. Because like I said, I have a friend that lives there, and I have a lot of friends, people that know me in LA. So I may do LA. That'll be neat. I might do LA. LA might be cute. I guess it's so many people keep telling me, come to LA, come to LA. Oh, really, y'all? Okay, are y'all gonna show up? Well, we'll find out. If they don't buy out, if they don't sell it, yeah. No, the Norfolk show is the drinks are free. Yes. Yeah, but I'm not having my event at a place at a bar. It's going to be I use this company where you can get it with the drinks included or whatever. Yeah. So no, if I come to LA, um it's going to be BYOB. I'm gonna look for something like that. Yeah. 'Cause I use this thing online that they finds me places and they give you options of BYOB or yeah. So I really don't want to be responsible with people drinking this shit. I just want to do BYOB, be done with it shit. Pay for the venue and keep it moving. So I think I'm gonna do because when I go to Virginia, it's not my show, but I'm gonna be on the show and I'll be hosting. Um, I think I'll do. See, that's gonna be October. I can't really include Virginia because yeah. So LA, I'm gonna do LA. I'm gonna do LA because I already talked to the DJ. The DJ has a huge following in LA. I know a lot of people in LA. I know a bunch of comedians in LA. So I think I'm gonna do LA. Yeah, because Hope Flood is a very good friend of mine, and I can get her to be on the show with me. Look her up. She's very popular. She's very funny, and that'd be awesome. Just put that. So what a fee will be, and pay her, and she could be my part of my show, and a couple other comedians, maybe some entertainers and strippers and all kind of stuff. Make it a variety show, just a crazy variety show. Now, my friend in LA told me don't do a day party. He said do the day party, but more like from 6 to 10. But I really didn't want to do it late like that. I want to do a day party. So we'll see. Mhm. Okay, the St. James show. I'm gonna see if you're gonna show up. If I come to LA, I'm gonna remember your name. I'm gonna see if you're gonna show up. I got a lot of people following me in California, a lot. But we're gonna see if they act right and get a ticket. There ain't gonna be no $100 tickets, $80 ain't gonna be none of this. $30 across the board. That's it. Now, if you get it online, it'll be with the taxes on it. It's going a little bit. But yeah, all right, yeah. Well, I was just checking in with y'all. Raven, were you able to see the show? I still got to put more videos. Let me see. I do have some pictures to pull up and show y'all. So this here is Simba's Lounge. Y'all know my son that has his own. He has his own. Hold on, let me move this out the way. Give me a second. Okay, so this is my son, the Simba's Lounge guy. This is the one right here. This is the one that he comes on my live sometime. He has his own YouTube channel. That's Simba's Lounge. That's his best friend, Robert. Okay, they were there. Okay. As long as you're able to watch. Okay, cool. All right, so this here is this is Desi's oldest sister. This is my cousin. That's D'Arcy. She was there as well. She brought her coworkers to the show. This is the lady that came in a wheelchair. I don't remember her name. Ma'am, if you see this video, you need to inbox me in some kind of way and stop saying the lady that was in the wheelchair. I just forgot her name, but that was so sweet of her to come all the way from Jonesboro, Georgia, to come see PT. She brought a friend with her, a good friend of hers. She came to see me. All right. And let's see, we got somebody else in here. Now, this is Penny's daughter. It's just two of them. There's one right here and one right here, but Penny's right here, but you can't see her. Yeah, Penny, you didn't come out on the picture. That's your daughter right there. It's Penny's daughter, but she didn't come out on the picture. So yeah, we had a good time. Everybody had a good time. We all had a good time. Let me see if I can pull up some pictures. Hold on. Let me see here. No, that's all I was able to pull up. That's it. I can't pull up no more, so. But we had a good time. All right, guys. I'll let you guys go. I'll see y'all for the show this evening, okay? I'll see y'all for the show this evening. Playing the piano, singing. I will have my keyboard in Texas. I didn't bring it this time because my son didn't drive me, so. But I am bringing my keyboard when I come to Texas. When I do my show in Dallas, okay? Love you guys. See y'all soon. Bye-bye. Take care. Thank you, moderators. Bye-bye, y'all.